वेलकम टू सीईसी गुरुकुल लेक्चर्स। आज हम बात कर रहे हैं इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म के बारे में। हमने अभी तक बात की कि इसका इतिहास क्या है और क्यों ज़रूरी है इन्वेस्टिगेट करना, किस तरह की स्टोरीज को इन्वेस्टिगेट किया जाता है और कैसे इसके लिए एथिकल होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। नाउ विल डिस्कस अबाउट फंक्शंस ऑफ एन इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिस्ट। So the first and the primary function is to watch the watchers and expose wrongdoing and hypocrisy. एक वॉच डॉग की तरह समाज में जो गलत हो रहा हो उसको एक्सपोज करना। He should call the powerful to account and expose corruption. It is important in any democracy. किसी भी तरह की करप्शन, किसी भी तरह का मिसयूज ऑफ पावर को एक्सपोज करना, पब्लिक के सामने लाना, ताकि ऐसी घटनाएं बार बार ना हो। It's supposed to give the public a heads up about certain people who are not obeying the law. लॉ को डिसोबे करने वाले लोगों के बारे में सामने खबर को लेकर आना। Journalism can hold individuals and institutions accountable in the way that elections every 5 years. Its purpose should be to uncover that which others might wish to remain hidden. Its function is to reveal the truth, to root out facts many people often want to keep hidden, to re-establish fairness, to shine light in dark places. Good investigative journalism is journalism's strongest suit. To bring out to our attention that matters, to uncover which people in power would like to keep secret for their own gain and the detriment of society. It should serve as a check and balance against power-hungry corporations and government. It should inform the public rather than sensationalize. ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म का मकसद कतई किसी भी घटना या बात या किसी भी करप्शन से रिलेटेड भी अगर कोई खबर है, किसी भी खबर को सेंसेशनलाइज करना नहीं होना चाहिए, बल्कि इन्फॉर्म करना होना चाहिए, ताकि समाज और जनता उसके बारे में जाने और उस बारे में कार्रवाई हो सके। It should concentrate on exposing corruption, exploitation, illegal practices that are harmful to individuals or society. It provides truth about people from government and other entities such as corporations who attempt to keep their often illegal activities secret. But investigative journalism is a very long process. It involves and it develops through recognized stages of planning, researching and reporting, and has to adhere to accepted standards of accuracy and evidence. जैसे हमने इंटरव्यूइंग स्किल्स के बारे में बात की, 3 तरह की स्टेजेस होती हैं, प्री इंटरव्यू, इंटरव्यू एंड पोस्ट इंटरव्यू। उसी तरह इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म की भी ये स्टेजेस हैं। प्री इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म स्टेज में प्लानिंग, रिसर्च, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, उसकी पढ़ाई, उसका बैकग्राउंड, और फिर आती है इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म की सेकंड स्टेज जब उस पर काम हो रहा होता है, और थर्ड पोस्ट इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म स्टेज जब पूरी स्टोरी होने के बाद आपको फाइल करना है। लेकिन फाइल करने से पहले आपको ये देखना होगा कि वो एक्यूरेसी और एविडेंस के जो एक्सेप्टेड स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं उसको, उस मापदंड को वो पूरा करती हो, वो सनसनी के लिए ना हो, तथ्यपरक हो, सही हो, अनबायस्ड हो, सच को ही सामने लाती हो, जानबूझकर मनगढ़ंत खबर ना हो। To make this possible, there are currently university departments for teaching investigative journalism. पूरी दुनिया में जहां भी जर्नलिज्म की पढ़ाई होती है, वहां पर अक्सर इस शाखा का जिक्र जरूर होता है, क्योंकि ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट विधा है। The base of an investigative story is the proactive work of a journalist, and where resources permit, his or her team. After receiving a story tip, journalists develop hypotheses, plan additional research, and decide on the relevant questions and go out to investigate them. They must compile evidence by witnessing and analyzing answers for themselves, such that they go far beyond simply verifying the tip. The final story should reveal new information or assemble previously available information in a new way to reveal its significance. A single source can provide fascinating revelations access to insights and information that would otherwise be hidden. But until the story from that source is cross-checked against other sources, experiential, documentary and human, and its meaning is explored, it does not classify as investigation. और ऐसा भारत में तो कई बार हुआ है जब स्टोरीज को बहुत जल्दबाजी में रिलीज किया गया, बिना जांच परख के, बिना तमाम मापदंडों पर उतारे, सिर्फ इसलिए उसे रिलीज कर दिया गया ताकि कोई और उससे पहले एक्सपोज ना कर पाए या फिर उसके जरिए पॉपुलैरिटी मिल जाए। ये एकदम गलत है। एथिकल जर्नलिज्म के लिए जरूरी है कि तमाम तथ्यों को क्रॉस चेक किया जाए और जब तक पूरी जानकारी पुख्ता ना हो तब तक उसे रिलीज ना किया जाए। इसलिए देयर आर सर्टेन बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म। न्यूज वैल्यू, खबर की परख हो आपको, और वो खबर के लायक चीज है या नहीं ये भी आप जानते हो। कीप योर ईयर्स एंड आईज ओपन, यू शुड बी अलर्ट ऑल द टाइम, यू शुड नो व्हाट शुड बी रिपोर्टेड एंड व्हाट शुड नॉट बी। गेट द फैक्ट्स, जो भी तथ्य हो सकते हैं उन्हें आप आपस में जोड़ें। फिट द फैक्ट्स टुगेदर, चेक द फैक्ट्स, एविडेंस, confidential sources, threats, and work within the law. This is very important, that whatever you do, it should be within the law. Rules for writing investigative stories. ये जब आप तीसरे हिस्से में पहुंचते हैं, जब आपको अपनी स्टोरी को फाइल करना है, आपने उसे लिखना है, तब भी आपको इन बातों का ध्यान खास तौर पर रखना है, क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं होगा कि इन्वेस्टिगेट कोई और करेगा और लिखने कोई और बैठेगा। असल में जो इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म कर रहा होता है, जिस स्टोरी को कर रहा होता है पत्रकार, उसी को अपनी खबर को खुद लिखना चाहिए। Stick to facts. The reporter will be much safer if he or she sticks to facts which can be proved true. That is why one must check the facts and get confirmation for each one. As a reporter writes, he must stop at each new important fact and say to themselves, is this true? Then say, have I confirmed it within the source? You must confirm it with various sources before filing the report. Check the work. One should check the work at each stage, and when finished, double check everything again. The reporter should ask themselves again, are these facts correct and confirmed? If there is enough time, one can put the story to one side for a few hours, then return to it with a fresh view, seeing it as a reader or listener might. One can ask a colleague to read the story and try to find errors, and should not be upset if they expose errors or big gaps in information. ये जरूरी है। कभी भी ये मत सोचिए जो आपने लिखा वो अंतिम सत्य है और या वो एकदम परफेक्ट है। परफेक्ट जर्नलिज्म नहीं होता। आप जब लिखें उसे क्रॉस चेक करें, फिर अपने कुछ साथियों को भी दिखाएं, उसकी कमियों को जांचें, और जब आपको लगे कि अब ये छपने लायक है, अब ये रिलीज करने लायक है, तभी उसे रिलीज करिए। Illustrations. In complicated stories, a diagram might help to show how the pieces fit together. For example, in a story involving related companies, one can include a simple box diagram showing with lines and arrows how the companies are related. If the organization has a graphic artist, the reporter can ask them for help. Headlines. Keep your sentences short and your language simple and concise. It goes with the same formula of journalism which says keep it simple and short. Some investigations will reveal some very complicated facts, perhaps because the person under suspension has tried very cleverly to hide their wrongdoing. You must simplify this and for your readers or for your listeners so that they get a clear picture of what has happened. So, इसलिए ज़रूरी है कि जो खोजी पत्रकार है उसकी खबर पर बहुत अच्छी पकड़ हो, ताकि वो उसे बहुत सिंपल तरीके से, सादे तरीके से समझा सके। इस पूरी प्रोसेस में उसे उसके अंदर इन गुणों को डेवलप करना जरूरी है। स्निफिंग, फॉर्म एन इन्वेस्टिगेटिव हाइपोथेसिस, follow the investigative trail, paper, people, electronic trails, organize information, fill in the gaps, more data or more interview, write the report, fact check, libel check. ये भी बहुत ज़रूरी है। आप जो कर रहे हैं क्या वो सिर्फ डेफेमेशन है, और अगर है तब आपको बहुत बार सोचना होगा एविडेंस के बिना आप किसी खबर को रिलीज नहीं कर सकते। लाइबल और डेफेमेशन ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और इसके बारे में भी पत्रकार को पूरी तरह से जानकारी होनी चाहिए। Make as many contacts as you can and look after them as you would be as a friend. Good investigative reporters have contacts in the places most likely to provide stories. Your contacts do not have to be people at the top of departments or companies. You only have to establish one or two good contacts within any group to get a lot of information about what is happening within the profession. Always listen, even if what your contact says is of no immediate use, but you must listen to him carefully. If a contact rings when you are out, always ring them back, otherwise you may lose them. Make good relations with other people in your news organization. It is always good to get to know the people who sell advertising space in your newspaper, radio or television station. They meet all sorts of people in their work and always like to talk. They usually love passing information to their journalists, so you should have a good rapport with all of them. Good journalists know how to listen. Listen to people even if they do not seem to have any useful information. They may still say something you can use later. इसलिए सुनना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Interviewing, you need to interview people in your search for facts. Never interview the person at the center of the investigation first. Always start at the edge of work and then move towards the middle. You must not warn the person under investigation too soon. Also, you need to gather as many facts as possible. And before putting up questions to the person at the center, you must read about it carefully. Start with those people who are innocent or just on the edge of the corruption before digging deeper into the center of the matter. Then is making notes. Make lots of notes. Write on everything, however unimportant it may seem at that time. If you cannot write your notes immediately, write them as soon as possible. Keep all your notes in order. It is good practice in a big and lengthy investigation to set up a filing system for notes, reports and other documents. This will keep them in order and separate from any other stories you might be working on at the same time. And always keep a second copy of your notes with you. Your contacts or anonymous people may give you confidential documents exposing some corruption, or it could be a confidential report that a new public building is about to fall down, something the government wants to keep secret. You should also handle your documents very carefully. We say that such documents have been leaked like water through a hole in a pipe. You must be especially careful in protecting such leaked documents because the legal owners of them could get a court order forcing you to give them back. Also, team work is important. Where possible, try to work with another reporter on a big investigation. Working with a partner allows you to divide up some of the time-consuming work of chasing leads and checking public records. Although a lot of your work may be related to digging for secrets, you can get a lot of useful information openly from official sources and documents if you know where to look. These documents and these sources can be of two types: official sources and overseas information. Then is gathering evidence. It is never ethical to trick people to gain evidence for a story, but you can sometimes set up your own trap without lying. That is important. One should not lie and one should not be unethical at any cost. If your newspaper, radio, TV station is in competition with other news organizations, you will usually try to keep your investigation secret unless and until it is published or broadcast. This is because you may spend many days or even weeks of work on a story and do not want to give your competitors all your work for free. It is occasionally also important to keep it secret from people at the center of your investigation who will be exposed for incomplete corruption, incompetence, corruption or a crime. Although, as we discussed earlier, you should eventually interview the people who have been accused. You should not give them too long before you publish the story. If you do, they might threaten you, escape, or take out a court injunction stopping the publication. The ideal investigation follows these steps. Build up facts until there is no doubt. Interview any people who seem to be doing wrong. Write the story. Make a final check with your lawyer to make sure that your story is legally safe, and then you can publish. You may occasionally find out, however, hard and long you try, you cannot get all the pieces in the jigsaw. Perhaps some documents are missing, hidden, or they cannot be released. Perhaps someone refuses to comment. You will have to decide whether or not to publish the incomplete story. Sometimes you can keep the incomplete story for some other time, for some other day, and maybe when you are able to join the notes together, you can file the story. Consult your superiors and lawyer before making the decision. You will occasionally find that publishing an incomplete story helps to unearth some missing details. This is also possible. And then as follow-up, investigative story does not end with just one story. It needs a lot of follow-up. The story should not end with publication or broadcast. If you have exposed something wrong, you must check to see what is done by people with authority to put it right. If other news organizations in your area or country also do investigative reporting, you will occasionally find that they have their own exclusive story exposing some wrongdoing. It may be so important that your organization has to use that story too. In such a case, look for a good angle to follow up. The most usual one is to ask the people under investigation for their reaction, or ask people responsible for putting the situation right, such as the police or a minister, what are they going to do about it, which has been exposed. From the moment it is published or broadcast, the competition story is public property. So follow it up if it seems worthwhile. But you must remember that your competitor may not have checked their facts properly. And that is how it is important, while you are doing your investigation, while you are working a follow-up, you must again read up your notes. At the same time, I would also like to add few precautions. There are many dangers to investigate reporting. The greatest danger in investigative journalism is that the journalist will do or write something which will allow the person under suspicion to take the journalist to court for defamation or on some other charge. So, you have to keep in mind that you have to avoid all sorts of mistakes, blunders, and you have to go through all the notes very, very carefully before filing your story. Sometimes we will ask you to be paid for the information. A journalist should try to avoid this, but sometimes it is necessary. Then your organization must be in loop, and everything should be done in the most transparent and ethical manner. It should not be seen as a practice for encouraging crime. Defamation: investigative reporters must take special care when writing a story. This is because investigative stories usually make someone appear either bad or stupid, accusations which can lead to legal action against the reporters for defamation. The reporter will probably be safe if his story is true and in the public interest, but it can lose the protection of the law if there are serious errors. Someone, probably the People story, exposes as corrupt, dishonest, or simply incompetent will be looking closely for mistakes to attack the reporter. So, take extra care. Investigative journalism as practiced by major media in the West is still largely unknown in much of the world. Vast regions in the developing world have only the most basic kinds of reporting. Skill levels in even relative modernized countries still tend to fall far short of what is possible, particularly in a field that is changing rapidly with technology. A host of challenges have so far limited the success of developing investigative reporting. In many countries, investigative reporters face among the toughest obstacles of any in journalism. Others regularly face criminal libel cases, government spying, and intimidation from both officials and powerful local interests. Conditions taken for granted by Western journalists, access to public records, corporate reports, and honest police and prosecutors are almost non-existent in some countries. Still, there are other problems which pose some sort of hindrance to investigative journalism. Although media development NGOs can play an important role in spreading investigative techniques, few of those working in the field, even those with media backgrounds, have run or participated in an investigative project. आखिर में बस इतनी सी बात. What are the disadvantages of investigative reporting? It includes misuse of anonymous and confidential sources. It can also bring public order disturbance. It can bring threat to the journalists. And sometimes when the rules and parameters are not followed, then it can also lay lot of questions on the ethical side of journalism. आज आपसे इतनी ही बात करनी थी. आज की इस लेक्चर सीरीज को तैयार करने के लिए मैंने जिन सोर्सेस का इस्तेमाल किया है, आप उनको इस पीपीटी के आखिर में देख सकते हैं. इन सोर्सेस की मदद से आज की बातचीत मैं आपके लिए तैयार कर पाई हूँ. मुझे उम्मीद है कि आज की लेक्चर सीरीज आपके लिए काम आई होगी. ये कुछ रेफरेंसेस हैं, आप चाहें तो आप इन्हें भी देख सकते हैं और आप इनका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. नमस्कार.